Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Okay, let's talk about 500cc Royal Enfields. Why I have this much craze on a 500cc apart from the 350cc? Well, I have a 350cc, which is 1994 model, heavy crank, 12.5 kg heavy crank, 350cc. But why I have so much craze on a 500cc? Okay, let's talk about it. It's all started from here, from this motorcycle. This is my first motorcycle, and I also rode my friend's 350cc, but the craze started from her. To be honest, this is the very smoothest motorcycle on Royal Enfield lineup on the time, on 2018. Well, there is Interceptor 650 and Continental GT 650, but that doesn't have a single bore or a single cylinder like this. And this motorcycle produces 42 Newton meters of torque. Well, I don't know the 350cc numbers, but 500cc pulls like hell, gentlemen. I mean, these motorcycles are made for long haul traveling and riding. I mean, if you take these motorcycles on mountains, that is the breeding ground of this motorcycle, to be honest. And highways, if you take this motorcycle on mountains, you are not going to touch any other Royal Enfields in your life, because these motorcycles pulls like hell. Even I have a carriage right here. I took the seat out and I put a carriage also in here in this motorcycle too. More than 60 to 70 kgs. I have a big luggage over here and also here, and I put a big carriage over here. This motorcycle doesn't give a damn, dude. If you take them on the hills, they don't budge, they don't nudge, they just pulls you right apart. Just a little bit of twist on the throttle and they goes just, they don't give a damn how much weight you carry, they don't give a damn, but they just pulls like hard. And yeah, and also in long haul traveling, you don't feel any back pain in this motorcycle. No back pains, no tiredness and something like that. They runs like so smooth and so smooth and so nice. And yeah, and it's all started from this motorcycle. That's why I have two of these, and I bought this on a passion, to be honest. I bought this on a passion, and I explained on the last video why I bought this. I mean why I modified it. I didn't modify, I mean not so much modification. I just installed a new crank. I explained it on the last video. If you have not watched it, please go and watch it. What kind of modification that I did on this motorcycle. In Enfields, you only have to have the engine and the frame. You can modify a hell lot of every single thing of this motorcycle. The old one and also the new ones. You need to only have a frame and the engine. You can modify every single nut and bolt on this motorcycle. Even on the old Bullet, you can do the twist and tricks on this motorcycle engine. You can change the bore, you can change the piston, you can change the crank, you can change the bearings, you can change the timing wheel, every single thing on it. So yeah, that's why the 500cc craze. And 500cc's are, it doesn't run so faster like the latest motorcycles. I mean, it does go faster, but not fastest, immediate fast like latest reborn motorcycles. But they do run faster, but they go on a slow pace, like slowly from 80 to 100, 100 to 120, 120 to 140. I touched 150 kilometers on this motorcycle with no problem. They run like wonderful. This motorcycle, I touched like 140 to 50 on this motorcycle too. In this motorcycle, gentlemen, this is very special motorcycle for me because you can put a fourth gear on it. She has only four gears. You can put a fourth gear on it and ride 20 kilometers per hour. Same fourth gear you can run on 120 kilometers per hour. She can do the same two things in the same time. This is why this much crazy on old 500 cc's. They are beautiful motorcycle, to be honest. That's why I buy this much of Royal Enfields. And yeah, and one more thing, these motorcycles are very reliable than 350cc if you keep them correctly. 5000 kilometers. If you are using semi-synthetic oil, you can change engine. You have to change engine oil from 5000 kilometers once. But if you're using normal engine oil, you have to change engine oil 3000 kilometers once. But I use semi-synthetic on both of my motorcycle, so I changed every 5000 kilometers once. And yeah, and these motorcycles, this motorcycle gives you lots of problems, to be honest. I mean, not lots of problems means not on this motorcycle. I'm sorry, I'm talking about this thing. This motorcycle gives you lots of problem, to be honest. But you have to keep her clean and things like that. You have to periodically change every single engine oil period. You have to change engine oil 3000 kilometers once, and you have to screw nut and bolt. You have to also take care of the tappet right over here. You have to adjust the tappet, stuff like that. If you keep that clean, this motorcycle is going to be good. And also one thing, this motorcycle leak engine oil, as you can see right here. She leaks engine oil. I also tightened her nuts every single time, nut and bolt, but she does leak engine oil. But it is okay. It's her character. She's not going to change. And this motorcycle doesn't give you any problems. They run like hell. And yeah, but trust me, once you bonded with these 500cc motorcycles, you are done for life. Even if the people give you Harley Davidson, yada yada yada, you're going to be like, nah, doesn't feels like Enfield, doesn't feels like my 500cc. And that's why I have this much of love about this 500cc's and this much of craze on 500cc's. I just like 350cc's, but I only like cast iron 350cc with heavy crank. Apart from that, you cannot change the love for this motorcycle, gentlemen. They are beautiful and very smooth. And yeah, 500cc's are like your wife, to be honest. You fight with her, you rumble with her, you don't talk to her, but it's your wife. Whatever happens, you are not going to change to any other motorcycle if you are bonded with 500cc's. Yeah. And there is a folklore about this motorcycle. There is lots of folklore on this motorcycle. I will explain later. I mean, the previous owner of this motorcycle told me lots of folklore about 500cc cast iron bullets. I will explain it to you later on another video. Thank you.